All right, here's a passage from the New Testament, from the writings of Paul, that you've never considered, Leighton, when it comes to Calvinism. Are you ready? It says, this is Ephesians 2, 1-3. And you were dead in your trespasses and sins, in which you formerly walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, of the spirit that is now working in the sons of disobedience. Among them, we too all formerly lived in the lust of our flesh, indulging the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as the rest. That's Ephesians 2, 1-3, Leighton.
I've already mentioned the deadness issue is that like the prodigal son was said to be lost, now he's found, dead, now he's alive. Deadness represents a separation from God due to your rebellion. It doesn't represent an inability to respond to God's life-giving truth. The church in Sardis was called dead. Wake up. No interpreter, even the Calvinists, don't interpret that verse to mean therefore they can't reply or respond just because he calls them dead. He also says that to Christians, we're dead to sin. Now, Braxton, I don't know about you, but I wish that meant I can't sin anymore.
Amen.
But I can, and because of that, what does that mean? Well, I'm separated from God by my sin in the same way that I'm supposed to, as a Christian now, be separated from my sin by my relationship with God. In other words, deadness does not mean what the Calvinist assumes it means. So we all agree, yes, we're dead in our sins and trespasses. What's the solution? The gospel, the life-giving truth. Believe so as to receive life. Eat of me so that you may live. Jesus said in John 5:40 to the Pharisees, you refuse to come to me that you may live. He didn't say, I've refused to make you alive so that you would come to me, which is what the Calvinist would assume is taking place.
Right.
No, they've refused to come so as to live. And so, yes, we're dead. How were they raised? Colossians 2:12 says, you were raised with him through your faith. So it's through faith that we're raised to new life. And therefore, the Calvinistic interpretation of this passage is simply not there.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing that's funny is it talks about the prince and the power of the air. My father was an early megachurch pastor, as you know, in Jacksonville, Florida, North Jacksonville Baptist Church. And he was on the airwaves in the early days of television ministry. And he was introduced by the group that owned the Christian Broadcast Network at a banquet as the guy said, here is Dr. Harold Hunter, who, as far as I can tell, is the prince and the power of the air. So you never know exactly how it's going to come across.